detail now. The USA's Fred Richard, a Pan American Games all-around champion and the reigning American collegiate all-around champion. He starts on floor along with all of the other top qualifiers.
HASHIMOTO.
Japan's Hashimoto Daiki, the reigning Olympic and world all-around champion, but only the third strongest Japanese gymnast in qualification, so he has come in as a substitute. As a stealth performer, it could be him in this final, or it could be him. Ukraine's Illia Kovtun, an Olympian who won the all-around bronze medal at his debut World Championships in 2021. It's time to begin the men's all-around final at the 2023 World Championships of Artistic Gymnastics. What a lovely place to begin with Fred Richard from the USA, the 6th best in qualification. Super young athlete.
This is such an exciting routine. From his mount, the 2.5 twisting double tuck, right through the dismount. Let's watch and enjoy. Does a tremendous flare sequence. The air flare passing through handstand and up and down through the handstand as well.
Fred Richard is absolutely a contender for a medal. He will finish on the horizontal bar where he was not so strong in the qualification round, but where he is by and large an extremely good competitor. So this could be a fine day for young Fred Richard. And it's been a great competition for the USA, the men winning the team bronze medal.
Fred Richard had the 2nd highest score of anyone in this final on floor exercise.
Very nice opening from Fred Richard of the United States of America. What pressure on the 19-year-old from Boston in Massachusetts. 14.633 for Fred Richard. The first appearance of Hashimoto Daiki, the Olympic and world all-around champion. He won the title in Liverpool last year. Can he defend it and go into the next Olympics as the undisputed king of all-around gymnastics for men? Let's see what we're going to see from him.
He's normally very steady on floor, and this exercise will tell us a lot about where he is. 3.5 twist after his double twisting double tuck to open. Notice his landings. That was stuck. The judges are not going to take any execution points for that. Execution tenths, really. However, on his first 3 passes, he gave a little away.
And his qualification score was 14.5. That's the number we've just seen from Jake Jarman.
But that's the thing about Hashimoto. He never gives away a whole lot.
Except at the end of that routine, a massive step forward, and that will be reasonably costly.
Steps and hops are judged in terms of small, medium, and...
Hashimoto Daiki, 13.466. Now that is a loss of just over 1 full mark from the preliminary round. At the World University Games in China in the summer, Hashimoto Daiki came off this apparatus in a most unpleasant way. He landed heavily on his shoulders and bumped his head. He had to withdraw from the competition. He also hit the apparatus with his leg in qualification here. He comes in to this rotation 17th after 1 performance. We're going to really learn about this young gymnast with what we see here.
Starts off with flares and Magyar position. Good, strong scissor to handstand. This was about where he clipped the horse with his foot and lost half a point, but did not fall in qualification. Traveling Wendeschwing. Good flare sequence.
I think there are a lot of people, including him, breathing a mighty sigh of relief after that display. He was 12th in the all-around competition last year. Hashimoto Daiki, 14.366. That has transformed his fortune. A first look at Illia Kovtun of Ukraine. The young man who was the bronze medalist in this event in 2021 in Kitakyushu at the World Championships.
And in the top 10 last year. Don't rule him out. He's very steady.
14.333. That has him in the top 10 at the moment. The leader after the first rotation, Frederick of the United States of America. Paul Ham in 2003 won the world title, the only American to do so. Oh!
And no American has won an all-around medal since 2010. Now, for stepping down off of one pommel with his hand like that and returning it, he loses 0.3 of a point. But that's 0.3 compared to a full mark for coming off or losing his composure and accumulating additional deductions. He didn't do that. That's very significant.
And the rest of this routine is looking very good. Powerful, straight body position. Slight sense of wildness in the pirouette at the end, but that is a great example of getting through a difficult moment from the United States of America's Frederick, the reigning all-around collegiate champion. Well, the lights may be off, but the spotlight is on him at the moment. Frederick of the United States of America, 13.733. That's a job done very well. Not quite as strong as qualification by around half a mark. Hashimoto Daiki of Japan. 7th after the second rotation, 17th after the first rotation. And he scored 13.7 in the preliminary round on this apparatus.
Steady Maltese to begin. And a nice inverted cross. Yonasan to Yamawaki, pull to an iron cross. A really nice combination. This is his style of gymnastics. It's very clean and it's solid work. Dismount should be a double twisting, double tuck.
He's back in it, no question. That's excellent from Hashimoto Daiki. I think that's exactly right. It is really beautiful. 14 for Hashimoto Daiki. Very good number, sends him into the lead. Frederick of the United States of America, joint third, coming into this rotation. Good luck to the young man as he goes to rings where he scored 13.4 in qualifying. What an accomplishment to win the American Collegiate all-around title as a freshman, a first-year student at the University of Michigan. It's so extraordinary.
As an indicator for what he could potentially become as a gymnast at the world level. That was very good. because very few gymnasts win the NCAA title, very few male gymnasts as freshmen.
We talk about his all-around success. He has been as well a Pan-American champion on this apparatus, as well as an all-around Pan-American champion.
He went to the Pan American Championships a couple of years ago and really got everyone's attention there by how good he was.
He's got everyone's attention here too. Fred Richard. Fred Richard, 13 and a half. He's in 5th position. He gains a 10th from qualification. Now this could be a very important moment in his competition. Illia Kovtun of Ukraine takes to the parallel bars, 11th place, but with the prospect of moving up quite substantially here.
And let us just sit and admire the intricacy of his pirouetting skills and the precision with which he does them. He gets extra credit, as it were, for doing that heelie out. It makes the handstand on one bar even more difficult in terms of the value that he receives for it. Oh, this is lovely.
It's a big adjustment as he lands, but in contact with the apparatus, he was absolutely tremendous.
3 to 5/10 of a point for that dismount.
15.166 is evidence of that, because he is down a fraction from qualification, but look at the difficulty, 6.7. Hashimoto Daiki, 6th place, started 17th, went to 7th, went to 6th. Doesn't matter as long as he finishes first. Can he do it?
He was engaging in a bit of visualization with his hand placement right before launching into this Kasamatsu double twist.
Oh dear, magnificent! Hashimoto Daiki. Well, I think he's going to be higher than 6th at the end of this rotation by quite some way. That was... Oh, it's a lot better. 15 for Hashimoto Daiki. That is Richard from the United States of America, 5th place at the halfway stage of this men's all-around final at the Antwerp 2023 World Championships.
With Hashimoto Daiki having thrown down the proverbial gauntlet, he needs to come up with something big here. And he does!
I think he heard you. Oh, he's a joy, isn't he?
Oh, what a pleasure to watch.
What about Fred Richard? 14.566, he's in it as well. There are a lot of contenders with 2 rotations. Illia Kovtun of Ukraine.
What a wonderful Casina. Wondered for just a second if he was actually going to be able to swing cleanly out of it, but no problem. He's such a pro. It's a very entertaining routine. These Takamoto elements, both very pleasant. Just a hop full before the dismount. This should be a double twisting, double tuck, double layout, but we'll see. It is.
Ukraine's Illia Kovtun continuing his campaign. 2nd place after the last rotation, courtesy of that brilliant performance on the parallel bars that saw him leap up 9.
He Has tremendous swingfulness.
And he has a score of 14.066. And that is significantly higher than qualification. He scored 11.8 parallel bars, the man who transformed his fortunes with a great display a couple of rotations ago. Illia Kovtun of Ukraine now in third place with 2 rotations left.
And just like horizontal bar, he's very strong on this apparatus too, typically.
His mark in qualification was 13.133.
2 ambitious opening tumbling passes, particularly the first one, the front handspring layout full into immediate double front. And a 3.5 twist. Clearly he is not holding back here. Two and a half twist to front layout and hangs on well to the landing. And late in the routine, he goes into a very complex sequence of flares, twice through the handstand and down.
It's interesting structurally, isn't it, to put that in so late on?
It's challenging, but he can do it. Triple full.
Another gymnast, one of many who is part of the conversation and part of the quest. $14 for Illia Kovtun. Where will we see him on the podium or on the leaderboard? Fred Richard of the United States of America. He's having a super day. 4th going to the parallel bars. 14.6 in qualification. He's very good on this piece. Well, he's very good on everything, frankly.
There's a great flow to this routine. And he has such a nice variety of elements. Just a small hesitation swinging to that handstand. Likely to only cost him 1/10 of a point though.
He still has so much more to learn about this sport, and yet 14.6, Fred Richard, exactly as he scored in qualification. Now he goes into the lead. That has him in 5th place at the moment, but here is Hashimoto Daiki, 2nd place with 2 performances to go. But he is well positioned with these last 2 performances to defend and retain his all-around championship of the world. He scored 14.6 in qualifying.
In all of the great titles that Hashimoto Daiki has won, it has come down to a duel between him and a Chinese gymnast. And it's been a different Chinese gymnast each time. This year, it's Sun Wei. He's in 2nd place now, but not by much. Pencil perfect handstand position.
He's well set up to make magic happen again in the final rotation. Hashimoto Daiki, who secured the team goal, the horizontal bar, is likely to be positioned. 14.8. Hashimoto Daiki is the leader. And I can tell you he has 6/10 to play with as he goes. World level breakthrough performance from him, and that might be it. Illia Kovtun goes to the pommel horse in 4th place, having been the bronze medalist 2 years ago. He scored 14.366 in qualification, so he's absolutely a contender to get one of the medals.
Oh, the potential is there. It all depends whether he can just get through this routine without a major error. There are his Wendeschwings in between the pommels, making it harder. Not an issue. Traveling Wendeschwing. And at the end of the horse,
Illia Kovtun was the 19th best performer in qualification, and he is now a very good bet for a medal following that display. Feeling the effects of that last routine, but he's certainly going to be feeling better when he sees the position he's in. Illia Kovtun goes into the gold medal position, 14.3 with his final. And this young man, Frederick of the United States of America, 2nd place coming into this last performance. And he struggled in qualification, 12.233.
nice Casina to begin. It's not over.
Oh no. Oh, that's so unfortunate. But let us just be clear about one thing. Whatever position he ends up occupying, we cannot take our eyes off him for a moment, because he is a real contender and he's in the first phase of his senior career. That one moment may define this final for him. It will not define his career.
It won't even define this championships, really.
No.
He said that his goal was to get onto the podium on something. He did it with the US team. There's such great potential in this routine and in this gymnast.
It can only be regarded as an absolute success, these championships for Frederick, and the crowd responds just as they should.
It's just it's part of the journey.
Absolutely, beautifully put. It's part of the journey. A journey that currently has him in second place, 13.3. It's a very credible score considering what happened, and it is better than qualification. We have got some really significant performances to come. Hashimoto Daiki, the Olympic and world all-around champion. He won the horizontal bar gold as well at his maiden Olympics. It was on this apparatus that he secured the team title for Japan, the one he wanted so badly. Can he now defend and retain his all-around world title?
The first two elements have been textbook. The Coleman is excellent too. And now into his layout Kachev, combined with a straddle Kachev. And from an execution standpoint, this is excellent.
This is a gymnast who actually missed out on automatic qualification to the all-around final. The Japanese decided to put him in, And they were right to. Hashimoto Daiki. And at this moment, as Shiba Kenta watching on from elsewhere, from further afield, is Dr. Kaya Kazuma, who stepped to one side as the rule book allowed for Hashimoto Daiki to go into this final. It was a selfless act from Kaya Kazuma. Surely. He knows it. We know it. It's 14.5. Hashimoto Daiki goes into the gold medal position. And there is just one more performance to come. Title. Fred Richard of the United States of America has won the bronze medal, which is an extraordinary accomplishment. 2 bronze medals. There is your champion, the Olympic champion, the 2-time world all-around champion. Hashimoto Daiki. He's had a difficult time of things coming into this. The World University Games saw him withdraw from the all-around final due to injury. It matters not, because on this occasion he is the champion of the world, and to think he nearly missed out on a place in the final. Illia Kovtun, who was the 19th best performer in qualification, has achieved his best ever result in an international all-around competition. The silver medalist, Fred Richard. My word, bronze for him. But Blythe, I mean, he's won it, and he's won it well by over a mark.
Oh, yes. It was a wonderful competition for him. He started a bit slowly on floor exercise, but with every apparatus, every routine that he did, he just got better and better and better.
You had the feeling that once he hit that vault, then all was going to be well, finishing off the competition. It looked like he was out of the running, Fred Richard. Not the case. And Illia Kovtun, we remind ourselves that it was his great parallel bars performance that sent him hurtling back up into the higher levels of the leaderboard. Hashimoto Daiki and Fred Richard, medalists together on the world all-around stage. And to be frank, it looks like the pair of them are standing next to each other thinking, there's a pretty good gymnast next to me. Meanwhile, there's another one. Illia Kovtun. He's very calm about the whole thing. He's talked about what it means to him to represent his country in these times. He said that he needs to be composed, he needs to represent his country with dignity, and he's done it brilliantly here, yet again. The classified results in the men's all-around final at the World Championships of Artistic Gymnastics. The USA's Fred Richard wins the bronze medal. Illia Kovtun of Ukraine takes silver, and Hashimoto Daiki of Japan retains his title from Liverpool last year, and he will head to Paris 2024 as the reigning Olympic and world all-around champion. That's as good as it gets.